Hey guys, it's me, Charlie. So, here is your packing slip postage. On the bottom, it's going to have your cutout for you to save the information. And on the side, you're going to cut this out and you're going to stick it on the box, which we got it prepared and ready. So the next thing to do on your screen is you want to OK what we did. And I'm going to go OK it. And now I want to print the packing slip for this order. Now again, the information is going to pop up, so I'm going to block the screen. Let's see. Yes, I want this information, and I want to print it. And then I know it's going to print, so I'm going to hit done. So you guys can hear it now, and it's going to be coming out of there. What I do next is there's another screen that when you hit done it brings you to make sure that all the information on the screen was correct, and I want to print that off from my records, and it also has the fees that they charge. So this is the packing slip that I will be mailing anybody who's receiving eggs from me, and this is the part that I use my pen and my highlighter, because I'm going to want to highlight this is not a bill, which is right underneath the total amount. And with my pen I want to write the word thank you. So let me put you on the tripod real quick. Alright, so when I'm sending you the invoice, thank you, and I highlight that this is not a bill. Oh, I forgot to mention, I also highlight my email. I like using a highlighter because it really shows the email and that this is not a bill, because you really don't want them thinking that this is a bill that they've already paid for and get all confused, especially if the customer's brand new. So I go ahead and fold it. I stick this right on top of the purchase that they made. I close it up. I take the tape, the shipping tape again, and that part is done. This is where your black marker comes in handy. You want to write fragile eggs. Now you want to write this, it looks funny on the screen, so I think you guys are going to see it on the opposite. You want to write this on every side, and if you have a stamp that says fragile, that's even better. And then the second part that popped out was my receipt information. So I have records of what I sold for today's date or this month. So what you do now is you take your label and you go ahead and cut it out on the dotted line where you're supposed to. You want to save this invoice slip that shows the amount, the address, their email information, how much the postage costs, and you want to save that with your records that you printed out for yourself to show what fees were taken out. Now on the top of this we'll actually have a spot for your postage. The thing about the postage here, if you just cut it out regular and you place it on top like they say to do, see how big it is? It's too big. So what I like to do is I want to cut out the actual box, which I'll show you in a second. And normally it's much nicer than this. I'm doing it quickly. So it looks like this. That looks just like the kind you get in the mail when you order something and it's in one of those peel packages, or peel stickers. So you take this, you lay it on the side that it asks you to lay it on, and look, it fits in there. So I'll go ahead and put tape right over it. You don't want to overlap your tape too much because it'll kind of shade it dark. And there's your package. So this package is ready to be shipped off tomorrow, and I'll be able to take this to the post office, and that way they can go ahead and ship it to the client, or the customer I should say. Now this takes between 2 and 3 days to get there, and it's priority mail only. This is where the stapler comes in handy. Now I have everything to put in my folder, and I do mark my folders from month to month. I have June, July, and August, and September. We're in September, so I just look for September, and I will start right on top. So there's September. Now I have everything for every month. I'm very organized. So it looks like we used all that up real quickly. I guess the last thing to talk about is the shipping and the handling is paid for. You just drop this off at the post office. I am not responsible for the eggs from once it leaves my house. So once this has left my house, they will see the fragile eggs on here, and they'll do the best they can to take good care of this package. And depending on the temperatures that from one state to another, here in Seattle, Washington, it's always cold. We do have some good sunny weather sometimes, but if it's going to some place like Kansas or Texas or California, it's a little bit warmer, so these eggs may start to kind of incubate. So that probably is a good thing, just because once you get them to your house, you know, they might be able to get a jump start, but I kind of doubt it. So remember to let your eggs sit for a minimum of 6, even up to 24 hours if you want to, but I recommend 6 to 8 hours, just because you don't want them to sit an extra day. Eggs are only good for up to 7 days. I don't ship 5-day-old eggs. I collect my eggs the day after actually, if you purchase the eggs from me, after I receive clear payment, I'll go ahead and send the eggs out within 2 days. That means that I will collect the eggs right after your payment. It's a 2-day handling time, and I'll go ahead and start collecting them. If my females already started laying eggs like crazy, which they do anyways, if I have 8 females of the same kind, like the red-breasted, I will have 8 eggs the same day. The next day I'll have another 8, which is 16. So there's your 10 eggs. So they're only 2 days old. So you guys will receive fresh fertile eggs, and make sure that you follow the directions on the species, which is button quill, button quill eggs. Make sure you follow the directions on how to incubate them, how to care for them, and moisture levels and heat levels, because you don't want to end up doing it too hot or too cold or too much moisture, because your eggs won't hatch. So if anybody has any comments, any questions, don't forget to subscribe. I'm glad that I was able to do a video on how to ship eggs, how I ship them. They seem to look professional, so here's a nice box that I'm going to put fragile eggs on every side and ship this off tomorrow. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.